No matter how bad you want something to work out, if y'all not meant to be, it will never ever work out. Take it from me. I felt like me and this girl tried our best to be together. We kept breaking up to make up. We kept arguing. We kept getting back cool. We kept just going back and forth. And every time it got worse and worse and worse. And finally, when it finally hit that big bang, all I could think about was, man, all the times where I should have said no, all the times where I should have just walked away, all the times where I should have never answered the phone, I should have never went back. Everything starts to make sense at the end, but at that point, it's too late. So, boom, story time. I met a girl named Cassie. We met off social media. I was making posts about, wanting models. At that time, y'all, I was really getting into photography, videography, and I was doing free photo shoots, free video shoots, whatever. I was just trying to practice on my craft. Casey slid up on my story. She said, hey, I've been really thinking about modeling. I'm kind of shy though, but I would love to kind of practice, get some work in. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. Casey, gorgeous, 10 out of 10, beautiful, stunning young lady. So I'm like, yeah, okay, like, let's set this up. Like, let's meet up. We was going back and forth in the DMs on a Wednesday. That exact same Saturday, me and Cassie linked up, and yeah, it was time to do some pictures. It was time to do some videos. It was just time to get some practice in. Now, I did notice, I'm trying to focus and take pictures and do videos, but she's using it as a vent session. She's telling me about so many things that she's going through, about how she really hopes life changes for her, about how she just wishes that she could just model and do nothing else. I'm trying to listen, but at the same time, it's like, dang, I'm trying to focus because I'm, trying to learn my camera. I'm trying to learn the different lights. I'm trying to learn the different angles. I'm just really trying to get it in. But y'all, she is just talking nonstop about her going through this, and that, and that. So finally, I realized my camera is about to die. So I tell her, like, all right, I might as well just go ahead and go home. Like, I thank you for, letting me use you as an opportunity so I can learn more, this, and that. Like, I can't wait to get home and edit the pictures and show you. So she's like, nah, like, I'm not ready to go home. Like, I hate it at home. I can't focus. There's so much going on. And she's like, can I take you out to eat, please? And I'm a foodie, y'all. I can't say no to food. What y'all want me to do? Turn down food? I'm not going to turn down no food. So I said, absolutely. Yeah, like, where we going? Let's do it. She was like, well, if you eat Applebee's, it's just right down the street or whatever. Like, we could just meet there. And, I'm not choosy when it comes. Like, back then, y'all like to flex and stuff on Applebee's and Chili's and stuff now. But back then, them days, that was luxury eating. You feel me? That was fine dining, whether y'all like it or not. So boom, me and Cassie meet up at Applebee's or whatever. At first it was, cool. She order, I order. I do see that she is going a little heavy on the drinks, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It's her money. She paying for it. She's grown. What can I say? I don't know her. I don't know her limits. Me, I'm just digging in. I'm eating. We're still talking. She's still venting and stuff like that. At this point, our waitress comes over and she even says to me, like, oh, you're gonna let your friend drink all by herself? Why aren't you drinking? Like, your friend is throwing them drink bags. Y'all, she was not playing no games. I was just kind of like, nah, I'm not really much of a drinker, da da da. And the waitress like, well, all right. And she told Cassie, like, look, I'm gonna give you maybe 2 more drinks. I'm gonna have to cut you off, okay? Even though Cassie ain't really like that, she really had no choice because, y'all, she was going too in. It's like, dang, like, is everything okay? You gonna be able to drive? She kept assuring me, like, yes, I'm gonna be able to drive. Nothing's gonna happen to me. Don't worry about it. Like, I got this. I do this all the time. Like I said, y'all, I didn't know her. I didn't know how she get down. So I have no choice but to believe her. I'm like, well, all right. Like, just let me know when you make it home, stuff like that. So we leave, I get home fairly safe or whatever. Like I said, I'm not even buzzed. I had like maybe 1 drink and I barely even drank that. I was just really focused on the food. So I kind of hit Cassie up once I noticed a couple of hours had passed, like, hey, just making sure you got home. Y'all, no text back. I called, no answer. And I'm just like kind of getting a little bit worried because she, like I said, she was definitely throwing them drinks back. So I'm just trying to give it a little time. Like I said, I don't know her. I don't know what she's doing. So I'm starting to edit on the pictures and videos and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I get a text and she was like, hey, can I FaceTime you? And it kind of threw me off because I felt like I've been asking, are you okay for hours, but you haven't said anything. But I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, okay. Yo, she FaceTimed me and Cassie laid up in the hospital. She's like, oh my God, it could have been way worse than what it is. I got into a little wreck or whatever. Maybe I did drink a little bit too much. I'm sorry. Like, I woke up in the hospital. This is so crazy. And y'all, me, I'm just shocked. I'm like, dang, what? Like, you said you was good. You say you do this all the time. You said that your house was right up the street from Applebee's. Like, what happened? Like, come on. She assures me that everything's going to be okay. She does not want me to worry about her. She even said, you know what, let's talk about something else. She's like, what are you doing? I tell her that actually I'm editing your pictures right now. She's like, oh, can I see? So I flip the camera. We're going through her pictures. She's like, oh my God, like I can't believe this. You take such good pictures. You're my favorite photographer so far. I can't believe you're just now starting out. This is crazy. You're really good. And y'all, I'm not going to lie. Her hyping me up made me feel good. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I do know what I'm doing or something like that. I don't know how. Don't even ask me why. We ended up staying on FaceTime for 4 to 5 hours, just kind of just talking, yapping about every single thing. We jumping from subject to subject, topic to topic, and it's like, dang, she's pretty cool if she just calm down on a drink and whatever, right? So then she proceeds to tell me that her car got totaled. And I was like, dang, that's bad. Like, I never want to be the person where you don't have a vehicle. It sucks trying to call on people, trying to get rides and stuff. And people don't want to fool with you. They late picking you up or dropping you off or whatever the case may be. So she's like, hey, if I could, pay you to drop me off, I kind of work over here in the area so you wouldn't be going out your way. I make sure you have a full tank or whatever. Just like run me to work back and forth for maybe 2 weeks until I can, save up some money to get me a new car. And I'm like, okay, like that's really not asking for much or whatever. You did me a favor by, taking pictures or whatever. I know these pictures gonna boost my portfolio because they was some good pictures. But I'm like, at the same time, I don't know, something inside of me was just telling me like, she don't got nobody else. I wonder why. Like, she just met me and she already asking for favors, this and that. But I'm not trying to be mean, y'all. The girl in the hospital, I feel like, if I would never said yes to going out to, eating and drinking with her, it would never happen. I definitely let, my what's this right here called when my conscience, I got it before y'all, didn't I definitely let my conscience get the best of me. So boom, 2 days later, she gets out the hospital and she's telling me like, look, I'm not gonna have no time for rest and recovery. I'm going straight to work, so in the morning if you could just pick me up. Okay, cool, that's not a problem. She gives me her address. I go to her house, I pick her up. Instantly she hops in the car. The first thing she do is give me the gas money. I like people like that. I hate when I have to try to like hunt people down or chase you around for money that you owe me or money that you said you was gonna give me. Soon as she hopped in, before she even said good morning, she's like, here's your gas money for the week. Let me know if you need some more. And honestly, she overpaid me, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm like, dang, I don't really even need this much. She's like, no, just take it. Maybe you want to get you some snacks. Maybe you want to buy you something to eat. I don't care. I'm just so thankful that you're able to do this for me. Like, I really appreciate it. Her job was literally 5 minutes away from her house, so I wasn't going out the way or, driving long distances, whatever like that. So I just kind of asked her, like, you living by yourself and stuff, like, you don't really got family. So she's telling me, like, she don't really mess with her family, that she almost wants to cut all of them off because they act funny with her, that, she's trying to escape this bad relationship that she used to be in. She's trying to heal and, do stuff on her own. So she's being very independent right now. She's not really leaning on friends and stuff like that. She's just trying to find herself. And I completely get it. Like, I understand. I was just kind of wondering, like, why me? Like, when you first met, like, we just met and you already whatever. Like, I didn't tell her that, but in my head I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to ask the right questions to make it make sense. So boom, the drive was short or whatever. I drop her off at work. She's like, okay, thank you. Like, I'll let you know. Like, I get off at this time. Like, I don't care if you're late or whatever. Like, as long as you're here to pick me up. Like, thank you so much, y'all. She was being very, very grateful, very thankful, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm pulling off. So then she starts to text me. She's like, hey, like, I hope you have a great day. So we started talking, like, texting back and forth. And I'm just like, okay, because mind you, initially, I never looked at her like, like, we could date or we could be together. She's cool, pretty girl, but I was never like on that type of time. I'm just like, maybe we could be some cool friends. She seems like a real cool person when she's not drunk. So y'all know how we all got that one friend that we tell all the tea or whatever. Me and my friend, my friend called me. We catching up about what's going on, what happened over the weekend. So I'm telling her like, yo, I met this girl named Cassie or whatever. She's very pretty. She did some modeling for me. We went out to eat. And what's crazy is she wrecked her car that same night or whatever. She was like, Cassie. She said like her last name. And I was like, I don't know her last name, whatever. I just know like, she's really pretty. She models. She has modeled for a couple people that like that. And so she's like, hold on, check your phone. So she sent me a picture and it was of Cassie. So I'm like, dang, how you know her? She like, nah, Star Young, stay away from that girl. She is bad news. Like, nothing good is going to come from you hanging out with her. I do not trust her. Like, literally leave her where she at. Mind you, I haven't told my friend that I'm dropping her off at work for the next 2 weeks so that she could, save up money to get a car, like all this. I'm not telling my friend that because it's just like, dang. So I'm like, why you saying that? My friend like, just trust me, stay away from her. You need to cut all forms of communication. I'm telling you, like, she's not who you think she is. She's always trying to fool somebody. Like, that girl is bad news. And I'm just like, come on. Like, she ain't really did nothing. She seemed sweet. She seemed, to herself. She seemed outgoing. Like, why are you saying she's bad? My friend's like, look, I'm going to call you when I get off work, whatever. It's time for me to clock in. So then my friend went to work. Then I went to work. But I was kind of thinking like, dang, I wonder what's going on. Like, why would she say those things about Cassie? And I definitely didn't get those type of vibes from her. So boom, I get off work maybe 15 minutes like after Cassie gets off, but I still make it until enough time. Like, she's not tripping. She's talking to her coworkers. So she comes out, she gets in the car. She's like, hey, how was your day? I'm like, good. How was yours? She's like, good. She's like, hey, you want to go out to eat? My treat. And I'm just like, you're supposed to be saving money for your car. She's like, no, don't worry. Like, I got it. I'm going to be putting in a lot of overtime. She's like, I actually have some money in my savings. I just need more from work. Now, I remember her telling me that, she got to work real hard because she doesn't have any money. She doesn't have somebody to give her no money. So I'm just kind of I'm type of person where I just try to kind of keep up with the little lies that people tell or something that's not making any sense, because I'm just like, okay, so do you got money or do you not? Okay, do you got a savings or do you not? But anyway, we go out to eat, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, I'm ordering food, and Cassie's like, you know what, I'm going to get one drink. Y'all, one drink turned into three drinks turned into five turned into seven. Before you know it, she was 10 shots in. Oh, brother. So at this point, I'm like, oh, yeah, she most definitely the problem. Like, we haven't even been here for, like, more than an hour, and she's already 10 shots in. I'm like, Cassie, hey, slow down. Don't you got to work tomorrow? She's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. Like, I always get up for work no matter what I do, no matter how much I drink. I'll never miss work. Like, I'm all about my bag. And I'm like, I get that, but you was just in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You just got into a car wreck just because you was drinking. Like, don't you just want to kind of take a break? You know, they have other options. They got water. They got juice or whatever. They even got little virgin drinks. Like, don't you want to maybe try that? Y'all, Cassie had no intentions on slowing down no time soon. She was like, well, now technically I'm not even driving, so like I might as well, you know, you're driving, ha 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 ha. And I didn't find that funny at all. But one thing about it, you gotta let grown people just do what they gotta do. At this point, we've been there for almost 2 hours, and after like 12 shots and a margarita, I finally was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get you home. Like, I'm kind of getting tired, y'all. I wasn't getting tired at all. I was getting tired of sitting in front of her, watching her down those shots, because I'm just like, there is no way. Okay, so we get in the car or whatever, and I could tell by the way she got up, like, yeah, she feeling them drinks. I don't know if Cassie thought that she, you know, could hold her liquor or that she was a big dog, but definitely, in my opinion, I felt like she was a medium weight. Not a lightweight, but just kind of medium, because she definitely could throw some shots back, but she wasn't handling them how she thought she was handling them. She's like, oh, no, I'm good. Like, I don't even feel it. Oh, yes, you do. I could tell. Okay, so we get to her house or whatever. She's like, okay, just give me a minute. Like, let me get myself together because I feel like I'm about to throw up. And I'm just like, you know, I get it. You did have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, shots and drinks and stuff. Like, I'm on my phone or whatever. 10 minutes pass by. I look over, like, trying to ask her, like, all right, you ready now? Like, I'll help you up to your door. Y'all, she knocked out. I'm talking slobbing, just knocked out. Head cocked to the side, knocked out cold. I'm like, oh, brother, mind you, it was just me and her. I'm kind of small, you know, she's a little bit bigger than me. I'm like, Cassie, come on, like, let me try to help you get into the house. She's like, oh no, it's fine, like, I got it. I'm like, bro, look at you, you don't have it. I don't know who you think you are or what you're capable of, but it's not giving that. Almost 30 minutes later, she finally mustered up enough courage to just get up. You know, I put her arm around me. She's kind of hanging on to me, walking up to her door. She starts to search in her purse for her keys or whatever. So it's been a minute. I was like, you know what? Can I help you look or whatever? You know, I'm not going to take nothing. So I'm just basically trying to go ahead and drop her off so I can go ahead and go about my business. Because at this point, I'm starting to get slightly annoyed. We're looking for her keys, y'all. Her keys is nowhere in her purse whatsoever. She's like, oh my God, I lost my keys. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you know, maybe do you have a spare or can you call like your landlord or something? She's like, no, she's going to charge me maybe like $300 to replace a key. I've done it before or whatever. And each time you replace it, the price goes up. I'm like, do you have anybody you could call? She's like, no, because like my family and friends or whatever, they don't really fool with me. I told you, like, everyone's at odds. That's why I'm trying to take this time to myself. I'm like, oh my God. So like, what are you gonna do? She's like, can I ask you for a favor? Not gonna lie, I thought she was gonna ask me if she could just come over and sleep in my crib. And I'm just like, dang, we haven't even really been knowing each other for that long. I feel like it's already too close for comfort. She's like, can I just sleep in your car for the night? I'm like, sleep in my car? That's kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't think you should sleep in my car. Like, I don't feel like that's safe. You know what I mean? Like, plus it's kind of cold. We was like entering like the middle of fall, you know, kind of going into winter. I was like, you don't got nobody that you could call, like nobody that you could, you know what I'm saying? I even told her, like, look, I'll go half on your key. I'll pay half. If it's $300, I'll pay this, you pay that, boom, the key. Like, you know, consider it done. Mind y'all, she gave me $150 just for 1 week worth of gas to take her back and forth from work. Yeah, her job wasn't nothing but 5 minutes from my house. So in my mind, I'm thinking, like, I'll just give you that $150 back. Obviously, you need it more than I do right now. I want you to be able to go inside your house and sleep. You know, that's how I'm thinking logically. She's like, no, I would never take that money away from you. Like, that's your gas money or whatever. She was like, you know what? I'm going to call my brother. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll be all right. Something told me she was like, I'm just like, okay, at this point, I'm annoyed. I'm like, okay, whatever. You gonna call your brother? You sure? She's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, just go home or whatever. Like, I'll see you tomorrow, like, when I'm getting ready for work. Okay. The next day comes or whatever. I get myself up. I get ready for work. I'm on my way over to Cassie's house, about to pick her up from work. Y'all, I go over there. Cassie is on her porch, sleep in the chair. Still have the same clothes and everything on since yesterday. And I'm just like, bro, what? I walk up on her. Mind you, she's snoring at this point. You would have thought she was in her house, feet kicked up, cozy on the couch or something. Y'all, she is outside on the porch. It's low-key cold this morning. Like, it's low-key freezing or whatever. I'm just like, Cassie, Cassie, wake up. She's like, oh, you ready to take me to work? I'm like, bro, I thought you said you was calling your brother. She like, nah, I don't really fool with my brother. I just said that because I know you was ready to go and I didn't want to hold you up or whatever. Like, I'm fine. Like, all I need to do is stop by the store, give me like, toothbrush and deodorant so I can freshen up. But other than that, I need to be at work. Can you take me to work? Yeah, at this point, I just wasn't believing this girl. I'm just like, bro, you have to be kidding me. Like, you stayed and slept on the porch all night. She's like, yeah, I mean, nothing happened to me. As you can see, I'm fine or whatever. She's like, I got a little crook in my neck, but other than that, like, I'm fine. Like, please, can you take me to work? I'm like, yeah, this girl here, bro. Like, I'm like, well, okay. We stopped by the dollar store or whatever. She went in, got her some little toiletries and stuff like that. She said that she was going to go in the break room and go in the bathroom, whatever, like, get ready, freshen up, stuff like that. She was like, all right, you're going to pick me up, what, like, when you get off work? And I'm like, yeah, like, I got you. As soon as I pulled off, I called my friend like, yo, you need to tell me what you know about that Cassie girl. She's like, why? I thought I told you to stay away from her. Like, don't go near her. She's bad news. That's all you need to know. And I'm just like, bro, why you not telling me though? Like, she's like, why? Do you like her? I'm like, no. She's like, yes, you do. Y'all mess around. You don't have to lie about it. I'm like, bro, what? And at that point, my friend was blowing me because it's one thing to accuse me of something, but she's talking to me like, yeah, I know y'all together. Y'all probably already did something. Yeah, you her type too. I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? So you know what? Hang up on you, not in the mood. Like, don't get to talking to me like you just know and you accuse me of all these other things when I'm just asking you a question. Like, what is it? Like, what's the rumors about this girl, Cassie? Because I've never seen her before. I've never heard nothing about her before. You obviously got all the tea, but you don't want to tell me. But anyway, all right, let me get you off my phone because you irritate me and my day just started. All right, my work day go by pretty fast or whatever. I'm on the way to pick up Cassie from work. She get in the car or whatever. I'm like, hey, like, how was it? Did you have a good day? She's like, honestly, I had probably the worst day ever. Like, I just really need to get away from it. She's like, hey, do you want to go do something fun? In my head, I'm like, look, as long as that fun don't involve drinking, like, I'm down with it. Like, I'm cool. She's like, but it's like she almost heard what I was thinking. She was like, and I'm not gonna drink if that's what you're thinking, whatever. I just want to do something fun to get my mind off the work day. Like, I had a horrible day. And it's like, yeah, I do start to feel sorry for her, whatever. I'm just like, but wait, before we go any further, do you have your keys? She's like, yes. Like, oh my God, I left my keys at work. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm used to like having my car or whatever. I never take them out my car, but now that I don't have it, I took it inside my job. I forgot I had them. So boom, you got your keys. All right. So that's one less thing we got to worry about. So boom, we go to like this little arcade spot that was probably like 10-15 minutes from the job, whatever, and at first, we just having fun. It's all good and fun. We playing games and stuff. And so this guy walks up to us and he's like, hey, y'all two beautiful women, can I buy y'all drinks? I'm like, nah, we good. Before I can leave, Cassie's like, come on, one drink won't hurt. Like, okay, here we go. Just one, y'all, just one. Uno is what she said. Uno. So boom, the guy gets the drinks or whatever. He brings mine over and he's like, I told him like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to drink or whatever. She takes it out of his hand and was like, okay, I'll just drink it for her. She immediately just threw the drink back. And I was just like, okay, you said one drink. She's like, okay, just let me have your drink and my drink and I'm done. Seriously, I'm done. You don't have to worry about it. So, okay, she throws her drink back just like that, y'all. These weren't shot glasses. These are actually like drinks, like probably 16-ounce cup drinks. So I want to play another game, but I realized I have to go and get some more change so we can get some quarters to put them in things. So I was like, all right, I got some change in my car, whatever. Like, I'll be back. Yo, I go outside, get the change, come back in, go exchange the dollars for quarters or whatever. And again, I see Cassie with a brand new drink in her hand. And she's halfway through with it. Like, I was only gone for give or take not less than 60 seconds. Less than 60 seconds and she's already drinking again. So I come back over there like, bro, what is it? She's like, oh, please don't be mad at me. It's just that I had a rough day. Like, the day was so bad for me. Like, please just let me slide. I'm not driving. I have my keys. You can just take me home. Like, it's okay. So me and her kind of talking. Next thing you know, one of the waitresses walked by and she kind of looks at Cassie like, and she keeps going. So in my head, I'm like, what was that all about or whatever? So Cassie said she wasn't going to drink no more. We started to play the games again. Next thing you know, I guess the manager came over and he was like, hey, y'all can't be here. So I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, what you mean we can't be here? He's like, yeah, she got banned a couple of months ago. So she knows not to be here. I don't know why she's not coming back. But since you're with her, I'm guessing like you got to leave too. So I'm like, what she get banned for? Y'all tripping. And before he could even answer, Cassie's like, okay, forget it. We'll just leave. I don't even care. I'll never come back here no more. Y'all lame. Y'all games. Y'all don't even have no good games anyway. Like, y'all drinks are weak. This, and that. She gets to going off. And, we being escorted back outside. So I get in the car like, dang, what was that all about? Like, what did you do to get banned? Like, why did that waitress look at you like that? Like, what happened? She immediately starts crying, y'all. I'm talking about sobbing uncontrollably. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? She's like, it's just that everybody hates me. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's already been a bad day. I just want to have a good day. And now that stuff is happening. Like, I can't believe it. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I did start to feel bad for her because, yeah, that is embarrassing. Like, dang, you get kicked out the bar and stuff. You wrecked your car. You couldn't find your house keys. It's like there's a series of unfortunate events just kept following her and following her. She cried all the way home. I dropped her off. She thanked me for, being her ride or whatever. She told me, see you tomorrow for work. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I felt so bad. But one thing about it, two things for sure. You may not see why people are saying what they're saying about a person, but in due time, it's gonna all make sense. Y'all want part 2 to this story time? I need tools in the comments for part 2. Ski Twinkle Gang, let's go!